got a real friend, you don't need much. Just a place to sit and fish is more than enough. When you got a real pal, there's nothing too tough. Together it is better when you got your real bud. Real bud.
John, I got a letter in the mail the other day.
Oh, no. What? In the mail?
It wasn't jury duty, but I got...
A warrant?
No. Every day we get a...
Past due notice.
Every day we get a email from the post office saying, here's a scan of all the different mail you're getting today.
Yeah.
And one looked particularly interesting because it was handwritten, it looked like. And there's just the one side of the envelope. I couldn't tell who it was from. So I saw the address, looked it up, and found the address to where this business was. And the business was called WeBuyUglyHouses.com.
And did you contact them?
No, what gives them the right, first of all?
Well, I'm upset with the wording here.
Yeah.
What's going on with these people?
Did they not hear that our hostas are coming in?
The hostas are coming in. The yard is looking great.
Grass is coming in.
Grass is coming in.
Get to that later, but
yeah,
just I've been trying hard. Got shutters on the house.
You've been trying hard.
The curb appeal is off the charts, and they're going to say
Totally
I've got an ugly house.
Yeah, and then you get this threatening and indignant.
Yeah. I replied back, not for sale.
You did. I'd be curious to see what they offer. It is kind of curious what those people do offer as far as pricing is concerned.
Say, I think you got the wrong address, bozo.
Well, that's one way of putting it.
What if you send that to like a girl like IDateUglyChicks.com? What?
Wow.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's not good.
Something like that.
Yeah, that wouldn't work, would it?
Send out a resume that says I apply for boringjobs.com. Be an interesting strategy.
Yeah, that would be. We can give it a try. Like see what happens.
You want something from them, but first you got to insult them.
Oh.
Hey, John, you want to come?
That's a new tactic. I like that.
Yeah. Hey, John, you want to come help me move this weekend? Your shirt's ugly. What?
Ugly shirt, Mr. Ugly Shirt time. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Hey, bud, you want to go to a movie this weekend with me? Really looking forward to having someone come with me. Also, you smell like salami. Hey, I was thinking, I wanted to invite you to our housewarming party.
I'm going to keep my mouth shut.
But have you always had that snaggletooth? Wow. Yeah, just start every request with an insult.
Mm-hmm.
Thinking of buying your house, and it's ugly.
That doesn't make sense to me, but they're probably in it for like pennies on the dollar of what the value would be.
Well, all press is good press, and now we're talking about them. So
well, I know. So to all of our viewers / listeners, please disregard.
Don't give them the time of day.
Don't give them the time of day. As a matter of fact, I've gotten those at home too.
Oh, okay. And your house is not ugly.
Well, I don't think it is. No, your house isn't ugly either.
Just the back of it.
No, it isn't.
We need to do some work.
Well, yeah, you're in a work process.
Yeah. Speaking of
process. Speaking of,
I don't know what. Speaking of finding the value in something.
My
mom's got a new endeavor.
Uh-oh. What is Kim up to these days?
Kim has been known to go thrift shopping. And growing up, we would always be dressed head to toe in the latest name brands. Little did the kids at school know when they called Taylor a prep was that he was wearing Goodwill recycled clothing from Abercrombie & Fitch.
You know what? There's a lot of people that I know that have done that have gone to like Goodwill stores and places like that, and they find a lot of really good stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we had some new stuff. Don't get me wrong. Kim and Joe splurged on us. We were spoiled.
They did. Why?
Because they had to cover up the fact that I was ugly. We can't let his ugly looks come through. We've got to Cover 'em.
It's the great cover up. Thanks, Kim and Joe.
Put lipstick on a
We
pig.
appreciate it.
Lipstick on a pig trick.
Oh.
So yeah, they wanted me to try to have some friends, so they branded me up.
Mhm.
But yeah, she was always good at finding, and has been good at finding deals at Goodwill.
Okay.
She'll know
Good
when they're
for
going
her.
to bring out the racks, the fresh racks every day, and she'll show up before they get there, and she's the first one to pick them over.
Oh,
so-
really?
and
She's a preferred customer.
they do kind of know her there. They'll be like, "Hey, we
They
got
do?
some good stuff for you." In the back.
Oh, they stash it.
Yeah. So anyway, she found a couple weeks ago a trading card stash,
Really?
and there has
Baseball?
all of them. There's basketball, baseball, football,
Oh, wow. Okay.
maybe some darts. I'll have to ask her.
Darts?
No, that's not there.
Okay. Didn't think there was cards for that, but
But
little do I know.
they push these things out, and she was the first one to see it and grabbed them. Paid like $6 a box, and there are hundreds in each box. And she's already sent me some pictures of like, I think it's like a Ken Griffey Jr. like rookie card.
Mm-mm. Nope. Never have.
What?
No.
No, what?
Never have seen it.
Oh, she sent me a picture of it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Thought you said
No, she
you've
didn't.
seen.
She sent me a picture of that, and whatever the card was, she thought she had was on sale on eBay for $8,000.
Wow.
So come on down, Mom and Dad, and let's have.
Let's get this backyard done.
But yeah, there were a few. Do you know the Menendez brothers?
Oh, sure. Sure.
I don't remember the whole story besides they killed their parents, but
There was a recent, just recently, there was a big.
did they get out or something?
No, I think there was some program that was on television saying that they were the
Justified.
Innocent Project. I think is looking over their case, and they seem to think that they're innocent or something along those lines.
They accidentally killed their parents.
I don't know.
Anyway, there's a picture or there's a card out there of them sitting in the background in a Knicks game, I think. Like they have floor seats and they're both sitting next to each other. And my mom's got that card. So she might be
Wow.
onto something. But I talked to her the other day and she's like, yeah, I'm in the middle of organizing them or numerically and also by sport. So she's trying to find a place that can appraise the value of them.
Yeah, I wouldn't know where to go with something like
So,
that.
Mom, let me take this off your hands.
Yeah, just send them down here and we'll take care of it.
There's
for you.
nothing good here.
Hey, Mom, they only gave me $100 for them. So
That's all
sorry.
right.
You know.
Are you driving a Ferrari, Taylor? Did you say you paid off your student loans?
All student loans are done. The house is paid for, Taylor?
Yeah, Mom,
my.
we moved to Leawood. Don't worry about it.
We're in Mission Hills now.
It's
so-
because we sold our house to WeBuyUglyHouses.com. It's not because I got $6,000 per card.
Yeah, really.
Really?
What is the most expensive baseball card? Do you remember what that was?
I do not.
I don't either.
Babe Ruth or something?
No, I don't think it's Babe Ruth. I think it was like Otis something.
Atkinson.
No, it's not that. It's not the president.
I don't know what it would be. I would think it would be a Babe Ruth or one of those old guys.
We need to Google that.
If only
find
we
out.
could find out.
Yeah, we could do that.
So that's my update. I got some other random things we'll discuss throughout.
But other than that, your mom and dad doing okay? Doing good?
They're doing good.
Good.
My dad said he was doing yard work till 10 p.m. the other night. His watch said he burned 10,000 calories. Or no, 3,000 calories.
Was that the goal, or was it
The goal was
get
to
a nice yard?
make his wife happy by doing all the things in the yard.
Well, that's nice. Or was he just staying outside to avoid the happy wife?
Did you ask your parents those questions growing up?
No,
No, so I didn't
but
ask.
my mom and dad are now passed away.
Well, I said
so,
growing up.
yeah. No, I never
Don't
did.
guilt trip me.
Because I'm guilt tripping you. Thanks, making fun of my mom and dad. Well,
Hey, John, you want to come help me organize trading cards? Yeah, your parents aren't around anymore.
Yeah,
Whoa.
they're gone. They're
Keep
deceased.
using that
Yeah.
strategy. John, you want to go to the Peanut tonight for dinner? Also, your shirt's 3 sizes too big.
Oh, it's the intimidation thing. Back to the intimidation thing again. Thanks a lot, Taylor.
Want to know a random thought I just thought of?
After all we've been through.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
I want to know a thought that I just had that I think of often.
Moved back to Omaha.
I should have mentioned in our last episode about quirks and stuff.
Oh, clerks. Okay.
Quirks, not clerks.
Okay, quirks.
Yeah. One thing I thought of is that there's one time I was watching Conan O'Brien, I think, and he had a guy on there who was like a self-defense person, and he said if you're ever you're encountered by a bad guy, and you're trying to get out of the situation, and you can't do so safely other than to like fight back, to ask him a random question, like if they're pointing a gun at you, and you think they might hurt you, ask them a random question, and then subconsciously they'll think about the answer, and then you like fight them. Like if they're pointing the gun, you would smack the gun out, and then. So he's like, "Hey, do you like broccoli?" And the guy was thinking,
What?
"I'll send you the link.
Yeah, okay.
I'll probably put it in the notes on
but
this."
I'm just thinking in terms of you and what brought all this on. And are you something wrong here? Something
Well, I think it was me saying the
about,
thing to like throw you off your game, to say like, "Oh, hey, you want to do this? Also, your shirt's too big," and you're kind of like, "What?" And that's kind of
Well, it's interesting that we were talking about Jill and Kim before you brought up the killing type thing that you wanted to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just trying to save our listeners' lives if they ever got encountered by a bad guy.
Okay.
I'll show you later.
Is that this part of the safety episode?
Yeah, self-defense
Real
real
Buds?
buds edition.
Okay.
Yeah, you just ask them a question, throw them off, make them think, and then while they're thinking, you attack back.
Okay.
Counterattack.
All right.
You'll understand.
A Bruce Lee kind of move.
Exactly.
Okay. All right.
So did you find your baseball card question?
I did not find my baseball card question. I'm looking to find out. Maybe our listeners can find out for us and let us know. But it's what was the most expensive baseball card sold?
1952, Mickey Mantle.
Really?
The current price is over $12.6 million.
Jiminy criminy.
Told you. I said Mickey Mantle.
Okay, Kim, start looking for Mickey Mantle stuff as you're filtering through all of that.
Next week's episode, I'm wearing a giant gold chain and a tuxedo.
Brand new office.
Wearing like a purple suede something or other. A top hat.
Totally blinged out. Yeah.
A cane.
Mm-hmm.
The cane has a dinosaur fossil on the end of it.
Gotcha.
Yeah. There'll be signs that
All right.
got some baseball card money. How are you this week, Jonathan?
I've been doing good. I've been doing real good, as a matter of fact. I kind of got some good news come my way this week.
Share it with the class.
Okay, boys and girls, I've been officially hired by the Kansas City Auto Museum.
Whoa, congrats.
Only part-time, just part-time work. But anyway, I'm really thrilled about that.
Now, you're going to be wearing gold chains next week.
I am. I'll be wearing my bling, man.
I got that job now.
I got it.
That stimulus check hit.
Stimulus check. No, I'm really, really excited about this. But it's a great organization, a great bunch of people, and they're really nice people to work with. And it's always nice to be associated with people like that.
I guess people who make you do manual labor outside in 80-degree weather.
Well, they did, but that's fine. I relish doing that. I enjoyed doing that.
I thought the whole point of retiring.
Huh?
I thought that point of retiring was to get away from having to answer to the man.
Yeah, I know, but this is different because it's something that I want to do. It's not something that, after 20 years, been forced to do.
Your arms crossed. I want to do this.
I want to do it. It's my turn now.
I want to play with the cars.
Yeah, I want to play with antique cars, 1923 Rolls Royce. Yeah, I want to do that.
I want to go fast.
Yeah,
I can reach the pedals.
Yeah, I can do that Ferrari down there. Sure, not a problem.
What do you mean I can't touch?
I did put a fingerprint on one of the cars the other day.
What were you thinking?
I don't know what I was thinking. I just couldn't help myself, so I peeked under the cover and saw this beautiful Corvette. So anyway.
Did you get caught? The alarm go off?
No, the alarm didn't go off, but I'm admitting it on air now, so I might get my hands. I may get fired.
Yeah, next week.
You've been terminated.
John's snag of the week is I got fired from my job.
Terminated.
1 week later.
Yeah. I know.
They're going to test your prints.
But they'll do. Yeah. They already have that, probably the prints and all the fun stuff. They did go through a pretty extensive background check, which I thought was pretty neat. I understand why, but
That one incident they didn't find out about?
they didn't find out about that incident down south. That,
You know what I mean.
yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
We'll take that to the grave, man.
I know.
Branson, we're not even allowed in Branson anymore.
No, not anymore.
Shoot.
We have to do some cosmetic work before we go to Branson.
I got to shave my beard and you got to grow one. And
Yeah, I have to grow one, do mustache, all that kind of stuff.
it's like we're in witness protection.
WP.
Yeah, I have, we can go back to a recurring segment every week.
Ooh.
Steve's weekly update.
What is
fact
Steve's? Steve's fact check.
Steve
Uncle
says,
Steve. What's Uncle Steve up to these days?
Steve says he enjoyed episode 27. John's rap song was stellar, and I look forward to more next time.
That poor guy. He's been retired too long. He needs a part-time job too.
His part-time job is being one of our sole listeners of the podcast.
Sole listeners and critic,
Mm-hmm.
which we like. Yeah.
We're too nice to ourselves. We need the tough love that he gives us.
Mm-hmm.
He said, I also agree with John's thoughts on coffee shops. I think it must be an old guy thing. I had a boss that referred to fancy or flavored coffee, put parentheses, more than 2 extra ingredients mixed in, as foo-foo coffee.
Foo-foo? I agree with that. That is foo-foo coffee.
He said, your reference to songs not being about North instantly brought to mind a title song from a movie years ago starring John Wayne titled North to Alaska.
North to Alaska, yeah.
I'm sure John remembers.
It was a good flick. Of course, anything John Wayne did was a good flick.
I'm sure John remembers the movie and probably the song. Heck, maybe he can even rap it in a future episode. Anyway, keep up the good work and take care.
Well, thank you, Steve. That's very nice of you.
So this week, here's John's performance of North to Alaska.
I don't remember all the words.
Add in some.
Hell, I can barely remember North to Alaska, let
That'd be fun.
alone the words.
If you like spoken word, you just talk out the rap songs, but then you make the regular songs into a rap.
Okay.
Get a beat going, and you'll sing some North to Alaska.
Maybe. Yeah, we could. Well, let's get a hold of our sound technician and see what they have to say. Our research technician to pull the lyrics up. We might be able to do something.
I don't know what that means.
You don't?
Am I the sound technician?
You're all encompassing. You are the one. You are the sound technician. You are the lyric person. You are the one that does all the editing. You are the one that does all the lighting. You are the one. I just kind of show up and do the look pretty thing, you know.
I powder your face before each episode.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Cover the blemishes.
Yep. Of which there's a lot.
Do you need any snacks? Do you need any water? Yes, please.
Greatest good host, you know.
Bring me a moist towelette.
See, a lot of this stuff, Taylor, keep going back to if we had our very own intern, you wouldn't have so much to do. We could take a lot of stuff off your plate.
So true.
So how come you haven't hired an intern yet?
Because taxes.
Taxes. I see. Okay.
I need one more form to send out.
That'll work. Maybe we'll have Steve move down here and be our intern. No, he wouldn't be a good intern. He'd demand too much stuff.
Yeah, he'd probably interrupt us too much.
Yeah, he would. He'd interrupt and
we'd never get things done here.
No. We'd laugh a lot, but probably not get anything done.
And we're here not to laugh. We're here to get stuff done.
That's right. This is a very important program.
0 distractions are needed. Please do not.
Like we've demonstrated to our public already with the president of the company.
Yeah, he hasn't shown up yet. But
yeah, he hadn't. We'll hear him thundering down the steps here pretty soon.
All right. You wanted to cover a couple things today?
You know what? I was kind of thinking about some stuff, and I was listening to the radio on the way out here, and somebody started talking about dating apps and those kinds of things. What do you know about these dating apps? I mean, there's such a gap between our ages here that I have no idea what those things are all about or what they do or anything like that. What do you know about them?
Well, let's just say I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for a dating app.
Pardon me? You're saying Joe and Kim used a dating app?
Taylor and Janelle use a dating app, and we would not be in this
okay.
house if we did not meet or get married.
Well, you've obviously had a very good experience with dating apps then.
Yes, it was nice.
They were talking about negative ones that didn't work out too well, or
Yeah, that's always a possibility.
yeah.
But let's say you wanted to buy a car. Would you go to just a giant used lot and just start walking around?
No.
Or would you go to CarMax and search the year you wanted, the color, the model, not comparing to Janelle to a 1999 Ford Taurus,
No,
but
she's
there are similarities.
Much better than that. Much better than that.
But yeah,
She's TOL, top of the line. She would definitely be a Rolls. No question about it.
I'll let her know you said that.
Okay.
Hey, Janelle, John thinks you're a Rolls. But if you knew
That old
exactly
goofball thinking again. Why is he even thinking? What's going on with him?
if you knew exactly what you wanted, what their beliefs would be, what they valued, how tall they were. I don't know if that's an option. Wouldn't you want to not shop for that, but you could weed out the ones you knew you didn't
Well,
want.
sure, but I understood that a lot of these people will fill out all that stuff, but yet again are not that way at all.
Yeah, I mean, I try to be accurate, which led to less dates, but people kind of knew what they were getting into.
Yeah.
I didn't say I had a lush head of hair.
Okay,
But
but
check out the lettuce on this guy.
how did you view? How did you? They seem to work out. They obviously worked out great for you. With
Well, there's still a handful that I had to get through in order to find Janelle.
Okay.
But
all right.
for the most part, I never had anyone who was they didn't catfish me or they didn't look completely different in person than they did on their pictures.
What's catfish?
Well, I guess
Something
I'm not
you
sure.
eat, huh? And I'm hungry, so that sounds not too bad.
I mean, some people will pretend to be someone completely different and they'll just kind of lead them on and then eventually show up and they're just not
Totally,
that.
totally opposite.
There's a show called Catfish and people on it will say, hey, I'm a 20-year-old pretty girl. And then they'll talk to them for years and send them money and do things for them. And then they'll finally get the show involved and they'll show up and it's like a 60-year-old dude. It's like, I was just bored and I needed some cash. So
Careful.
So that's what, I mean, but yeah, a lot of people will put on there an old picture of themselves or they'll edit the picture to look different and then you'll show up and that's not how they look. So.
Do you still hear it from any of those people that you've?
What? Do I hear from previous dates that I had?
Yeah.
Why would I hear from old?
Well, I don't know I don't know if they continue, emailing you or not. I don't know. I've heard some crazy things about, people that just keep emailing and emailing. And
a stalker?
Yeah, like a stalker or somebody like that.
Never had those. Generally, I would never leave someone hanging. That would be called ghosting. I just got logged out of our Google Doc. They just ghosted me. Yeah, I'd go on a date with a girl, and if I didn't feel it, I would say that to her. I wouldn't lead her on.
You were very honest about it then.
And for the most part, I never got ghosted, I don't think. No one ever just didn't reply back. That's the worst. So
I guess the key is to be honest with these things.
Be honest, even if you don't look as good as you could online. It's best to be yourself. And if someone doesn't like it, screw them.
And if it didn't
Bleep
work out,
them.
be honest about that. Is what kind of I'm hearing.
If you're not
I'm hearing
feeling
too.
it, let them know.
Okay. All right.
That's what I got to say. But yeah, there are some horror stories. There are people who have gotten physically hurt from people online, just crazy people that they met.
Oh.
So that scares me. That's why I don't want daughters.
Yeah.
But
I'm glad mine are older and married and have grandchildren now. So
yeah, I mean, when you're in a new city like I was, it's hard to meet people from friends, or I wouldn't like a blind date. I kind of like to know what I was getting into. But yeah, I think we mentioned this before that when I would meet someone, it's a thin line of researching them a little bit beforehand to know what you're getting into and knowing too much stuff, because there were a couple of times where I wanted to kind of know who the person was, whatever. I've done it before and outside of dating, and I show up and I know things that they don't know that I know. Not like creepy, but just like, I don't know. And then I have to pretend like I just found that out in the conversation.
But so do you think it's good to do backgrounds on these people?
Yeah,
that you go
to
out
some
with?
extent. Well, I don't go out with anyone anymore, but
Well, I know.
I don't know. If I'm like meeting up with someone, I don't know who. A good example would be, I don't even know. Someone at work I have a meeting with, or trying to find something out about someone who, whatever. Or like wedding couples. That's where I mostly do this.
Mm-hmm.
They reach out like, oh, how do they know me? How'd they find me? Oh, it looks like we have 6 mutual friends. Must have been one of them. And then I'll kind of see what they're about, make sure we're like not a good fit, but I don't know, make sure they're not like sharing death to bald men on their Facebook page. But yeah, then sometimes I see like, oh, they went to Nebraska, they
Okay.
went to Iowa State, and then in person I have to be like, oh, where'd you go to school? And they'll be like, oh, Iowa State. No way.
Okay.
That sort of
All right.
stuff.
Okay.
Nothing weird.
So, do you recommend these sites for people?
I mean, if you're,
Because I understand I don't know because I have not dated anyone other than my wife in real life. And
in real life,
in real life,
as opposed to what?
As opposed to my non-life.
Your dreams?
No, no, don't go there. But you know, I don't. It just has to be incredibly hard, I would think,
Yeah,
to
when
be
you,
out there dating or trying to date or stuff like that.
when you don't meet your wife in 8th grade at a volleyball game or whatever
Yeah.
that was,
Mm-hmm.
it was a little harder. And there's more pressure now in the digital age. People can track down your history. Everything you post is forever. And
Mm-hmm. Right.
so employers and all that too. But I mean, it's easier that you can know what you're getting into beforehand. Otherwise, like, I don't know, like I could scroll on someone's Instagram and see something that could stick out and be weird, but you might not find that in real life back in the 70s.
No, we
Until way
didn't have
too
any
late.
of that stuff to be able to do. So
So you wouldn't find out until she told you when you were on your
yeah.
12th date.
Well,
Could have saved some coin if I just would have found that out the first time.
saved a bunch of money, man. Bunch of money.
You're part of the Green Party?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I would recommend it too.
I have some things here from the good old internet that we could
we're
throw
done
out here on.
We're done talking about dating.
Oh no,
Uh,
we're still going with the dating thing.
okay, go ahead.
Let me get my
Get the peepers on.
peepers on here. Okay, this is published from the experts. Contents. Most couples are meeting online. We know. Number 2, Gen X is having the most online dating success compared to other generations. I could see how that would. I would see how that worked. Number 3, 1/3 of people have used a dating site or app to find love, as evident by you and Janelle. Number 4, nearly 40% of male/female relationships are now started online.
Wow.
That's a staggering figure when I think about that. It really is. Number 5, over half the same-sex relationships start online. Didn't know that either.
That would make sense more too, because if you're out at a bar and you're trying to find someone, another gay person,
Mm-hmm.
you can't really see that on the outside so much like you could a straight person as easily. I mean, you kind of assume someone is straight. So if you were looking for a same-sex partner, then it's probably an easier way to find them online.
Yeah.
So
I can see that too. I think you're right on that. Number 6, the majority of people use dating sites with the hopes of finding their future spouse.
I mean, that makes sense. I guess like Tinder,
Yeah.
the Tinder app is made for like mostly hookups and stuff.
That's how this whole thing came out. I think Tinder website is 10 years old today or something like that. That's how I kind of got on this thing. So
I shot a couple weddings where the couple met on Tinder. I shot multiple weddings where the couple met on Tinder.
Did you? Okay.
So they may have initially not had interest in starting out a relationship, but they got married.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Next one. Some people do find love on dating apps, of course. Number 8. Dating apps can make
That was the fact.
as a fact. Let me back up on that. There's hope when it comes to online dating. Dating app statistics suggest over 13% of those using online dating platforms got engaged or married a person they met on apps, which suggests it is possible to have success through online dating.
Groundbreaking.
Truly groundbreaking. Dating apps can make it easier to find love.
Wow.
Wonder how that. Let me read this. It says, finding a partner isn't always a walk in the park. Ask Janelle. That's what's likely the reason why many people turn to dating apps in the first place. After all, dating apps can help connect you with people you might not otherwise originally meet. Of those surveyed, 42% said online dating has made their search for finding a partner easier.
Yeah.
Well, your case in point in that.
Thank you.
Yeah. People are meeting their matches in person. With virtual meetups are turning into the person in meets with meetups. 77% of online daters reporting having gone on a date in real life with someone they met online.
Wow.
Staggering.
The experts this is
And number
from?
10, the experts.
Wow.
That's what the experts say. And finally, number 10, online daters are drawn to a sense of purpose.
Okay.
Recent research found that those who have a higher sense of purpose tend to be more committed to their relationships. I believe that. I can go with that. Therefore, when an online dater highlight their sense of purpose and include their core values in their profiles, they are often more sought after.
Well, you know what?
What?
You know
Tell
why
me all about it.
Do you know why dolphins are so good at dating?
Dolphins?
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't.
Because they've got a sense of porpoise.
Wah, wah, wah.
That was for you, Dad.
There you go, Joe.
I'm sure you enjoyed that one. I had to Google what a porpoise was for a second because I didn't forget.
Oh, that is perfect. I love it. Like, we ought to do a segment on sending Joe a little one every once in a while.
Dad jokes?
Yeah, dad jokes. You want to call it that?
I guess you could also say, like, why are turtles so good at dating? They've got a sense of tortoise. That's not good.
Come on.
Because they get out. Because they're good at. They get out of their shell every once in a while.
Come on.
Because they're slow to judge.
Oh, come.
I have a random thought.
What's that?
We'll sprinkle them in.
Okay.
Are you a fan of bidets?
I'm sorry.
Are you a fan of bidets?
I don't know if I am or not. I can't.
Never used one?
Oh, sure. I've used one, but, like, have you?
We have
Oh,
one.
you have one.
We have.
You have one up here.
Well, it's not a standalone bidet. It's an attachment to the toilet.
Okay.
But I'm here to put my stamp of endorsement on bidets.
So, okay.
If they were
So
running for
now we're
president,
going into the approval mode, huh? Okay.
if bidets were running for president,
Today's
I would be endorsing them.
the approval segment of Real Buds Podcast.
You could say maybe instead of voting for Biden, I'd vote for Joe Bidet. One letter different.
Yeah, but changes
Extra
everything, doesn't
clean.
it? Yeah.
So anyway,
What brought that up?
I don't know. I thought of it last night. Put a comment down. Last night we were at dinner with Janelle's siblings, and we were wrapping things up. And I said, I think I got to go. And I'm like, I really have to go. And Janelle said, just go here. I'm like, I would prefer to go home because I have a bidet at home. And she said, oh. And then on the way out, we were talking about bidets. And we said our goodbyes to her brother and brother's girlfriend. And he said we were probably 20, 30 feet away from each other. And he shouted, I took a screenshot of his message. He said, good luck with your bidet. and a guy in a truck drove by with his window down and said to Brandon, "Dude, it'll change your life, I promise." So strangers agree that bidets.
Strange truck drivers agree that.
I said, "Was he like our age?" He said, "No, he was old and had long hair." So
That's perfect.
anyway,
Good story. Good story.
yeah, it'll change your life, and you always feel cleaner, and you save a lot on toilet paper.
Mm-hmm.
So, been going on the same roll for a few weeks now.
Okay.
That was Taylor's potty talk.
A little too close on potty talk.
So scratch that one off.
Yeah.
Today I got a text from a former bride whose wedding I photographed,
Yeah.
and she got a text from a friend who got a text from a friend that goes to the University of Nebraska, and the VP of Runza was there, and a photo of mine was in his presentation because he was showing the couple wanted to take pictures at Runza on their wedding day, and they had a onion ring on their finger as like a ring, and
Is that the photo that you took?
yeah, I took it, and he used it in his presentation, and I said, "Where's our credit? Our model talent and our photography talent."
Where is all? We get the cred going here.
So
Get the attaboy.
anyway, I'm waiting for a check in the mail from Runza.
Yeah.
Right.
What is Runza anyway? I don't
You ever
know.
had Runza?
No.
It's a Nebraska staple. It's like they have burgers and fries and stuff, but they also have,
Okay.
they're like in a, kind of like a kolache, but like it's like a burger inside of like a bun. I don't know. Just
Okay.
Google
I'll
it.
Google it. I'll Google it. Look it up. Next time we're up there, we'll have to go get one. Are they good? Or?
I like them a lot.
Do you?
Janelle did not like it when she had it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So, slap in the face to my upbringing.
Okay. Well, we'll do a tryout on the Runza then.
I had a dream last night about grass growing in my yard.
What kind of grass?
Does that mean I'm old?
That means you're real old because you're not differentiating which one it is.
Well, it wasn't marijuana. It was.
Okay. All right.
I put seed down in my yard and I'm trying to grow grass all over. And last night I noticed some new spots coming up, and it brought me great joy. And in my dream, first I dreamt about a bat in our house, and then I dreamt that
We've had a bat in our house before.
Yeah, we haven't had one. We had them in our attic, but never seen one in here. But yeah, I had a dream I was being chased by a bat, and then I woke up at 1 a.m. because Otis was barking. Didn't fall asleep till 4. And when I did fall back asleep, I had a dream that grass was just growing out of every surface in our house, and I was just so happy.
You're getting old. You are
Yeah.
getting old.
I will say,
How old are you now? 33? Come
Yeah.
on now. Grass growing?
I had the revelation today that this spring has brought me the most joy of any spring in the past that I think I can remember. It's a season of renewal, just fresh starts and new flowers and things coming back after the dead of winter.
You believe in rainbows and unicorns too, don't you?
I did text my sister last week to tell my niece Happy National Unicorn Day.
There you go, folks.
She said,
Yep.
Quinn liked that.
Yeah. By the way, how is Quinn? She doing okay? Doing good?
Well, I texted him last weekend and she was feeling sick. So,
Oh, no.
Alyssa sent me a picture the other day, same day as National Unicorn Day, and said that Quinn enjoyed the eclipse. But yeah, I sent her this GIF and said I wanted to be the first to wish Quinn a happy National Unicorn Day, and sent this trotting,
The trotting unicorn. I like it. Good for her.
not politically motivated.
What does that mean?
I don't know,
Okay.
just because unicorns have rainbows.
Just CYA. That's all you're doing. Okay.
All
right.
Yeah, that was really it. Quinn's good otherwise. I need to call her more
Good.
often.
Yeah. It's always good to call the nieces
Yeah.
because they like to hear from Tay-Tay.
Yeah.
And they also like to hear certain words from Tay-Tay.
Toot.
Toot.
Bidet.
Doesn't she start laughing at toot?
Yeah. Tio. I love Tio because he has good hugs and toots.
There you go.
Shout out to my nephew Bennett. He turned 2. last week.
You're kidding.
We had a birthday party for him last weekend, and I said, "How old are you?" And he said, 2. His fingers like this.
So he's talking now and all that?
Oh, he's been talking for a while.
Has he? Good for him.
I'm not just saying this because they're my nieces and nephews, but I feel like my nieces and nephews are very advanced for their age.
It could be. If he's talking already, he's doing well.
Get this. He has started playing chess.
What?
He knows the pieces on the chessboard. Like
That's amazing.
Like rook or pawn or whatever.
At 2.
At 2. Before he was 2, he knew that. He knows all the shapes and colors and all that. He's very advanced, so I might put some investment money into him.
I would if I were
His stock is rising.
No, his stock is going to rise real quick.
Does
he does he have a chess set?
They have one as a family that
they do?
play with.
Okay, all right.
Last night at dinner, he had a French fry. And he held it up and he said, "Ooh, big boy." I said, "Did you just say big boy?" And she said, "Yeah." But yeah, I've heard of people tell stories with their kids, and they'll say, "Oh, like my daughter just turned 5 and she's doing this." I'm like, Quinn's been doing that for a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Or yeah, they'll say, "Oh, my daughter just turned 2 and she's starting to say mama," and I'm like, Bennett's saying like the
sentences,
quadratic formula. He just read me his
Does
resume.
he read yet? Is he reading? Do you know? If not, start buying him books.
I don't think he's reading. Maybe? I forget.
Okay, well, check it out. And then you can be the Uncle Tay-Tay that will always buy him a book.
I bought him a book one time. I went to Rocky Mountain National Park, and it was about animals pooping in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if he's read it yet.
Well, probably will.
I'm the poops and toots grandpa. Or uncle.
Uncle? Okay.
Bidet uncle.
I used to read Ryan and the boys when they were real little. There was a book out that all little boys like. It's called Captain Underpants.
I knew you were going to say that. I love that one.
Yeah.
I still read that one.
Yeah.
What were the other ones? The Boxcar Gang or whatever?
I don't know about the Boxcar Gang.
Probably butchered that one.
But I always had a rule with the grandkids. If you, Papa and Mimi and Papa will always buy you a book, but you have to read it. And they damn near broke me. Excuse my French, but
yeah, you have the smart grandkids. The Boxcar Children.
The Boxcar Children. Okay, no, I never read that one to them.
I need to get back into reading.
Reading's fun. It's just so much fun.
I wouldn't go that far.
I am. I'm.
It is a good way to.
I'm still haven't finished. I'm reading a book called The Witches by
Mrs. Salem.
Yeah, it's about Salem, Massachusetts, and the witch hunts and the witches and all that stuff. And I still haven't finished it yet. I need to buckle down and finish that book.
Well,
because I have like 4 others right in the hopper that I need to pull that dust off and read those too.
Well, that's good because I had a book I was going to get you the other day that I saw came out. What was I going to say?
What's the book? What was the book?
It's a surprise. I'll tell you later.
Oh, I know.
Go ahead and wipe.
I will, excuse me.
It's the world's loudest napkin. I thought you put you're full of noises. I thought you put your phone on Do Not Disturb.
Well, I didn't.
Your Ring doorbells are going off.
Yeah, who set those up? My IT guy set these things up, and
like he was told to do.
Yeah, he was instructed to do that. I got to tell him that. So
better give him
that.
Be a boomer and post about it on Facebook.
Yeah.
These dang notifications are blowing up my phone.
These noties.
They won't stop notifying me of motion at my back door.
Again.
I said stop it. Covered my dreams, dating apps. I guess we have one last thing that my mom mentioned she would like to see us cover.
What's that?
She wants you to see, there's a website called Emojipedia.
Emojipedia.
And it explains the meaning behind different emojis. So I sent you a text with, I think, 10 emojis. And I need you to first give the viewers It's not going to be good over audio. You need to act out, if you can go in order top to bottom, you need to act out the emoji and then guess what you think it means. That make sense?
Some of these I can't.
Well, you're going to have to try.
Let me work on that for next
Well,
time.
how about you just give us a few as an appetizer?
No, because I have no idea how to even to do these.
What do you mean? Just the first one.
Oh, the first one is easy.
Well, there's not three. It's a hand. Hands are up. Yeah, there you go. What do you think that means?
Happy, joyous of some sort.
A yellow face smiling with open hands as if giving a hug may be used to offer thanks and support, show love and care, or express warm, positive feelings more generally. Due to its hand gesture, often used to represent jazz hands, indicating such feelings as excitement, enthusiasm, or a sense of flourish or excitement. Wow. Okay. What's the next one?
Read the description first.
No. That's the whole point. I need you to act it out and then guess what you think it means. He's got two hands up.
I know. I got to have two.
You look like a pirate now.
I know. I can't do this. I can't do this. I don't know how to do this, Taylor.
This is face with peeking eye.
Face. Oh, Mr. Peeking Eye.
What do you think it means?
Oh. Looking at you? Or spying on you? Or
a yellow face with its hand over its eyes and raised eyebrows. One wide eye is peeking through the fingers. Can be used to express the duality of wanting to look away from something because it's frightening, disgusting, or embarrassing, but not being able to. Something like that. It's like, there's some drama going on. There's some tea.
Okay. All right.
Bethany and Kelsey are fighting. I want to look away, but I can't quite do it.
All right.
Yikes, but also, wow.
Wow.
Can you do a demo of the next one?
Ooh. Don't know how to do the next one.
That is melting face.
Yeah, melting face.
Do you know what that would mean?
No.
Any guesses?
No.
Okay. A yellow smiley face melting into a puddle. The eyes and mouth slip down the face, yet still maintain a distorted smile. This quality lends this emoji to sarcasm. Can be used literally to talk about extreme heat. Can also be used metaphorically to talk about embarrassment, shame, a slowly sinking sense of dread, or feeling overwhelmed in some way. You were close.
Played the role, right? Did I?
You can do the next one.
I don't know how to do the next one.
You can do it.
I don't know how. I don't know.
Just try.
Just kind of.
That's good. Yeah. Face with steam from nose.
Oh, from the nose. No, it's from the lips.
Well, it's coming
Shows
from
from
the
the
nose.
lips here. But
Well, he technically has no nose, but what do you think that means?
anger of some sort.
A yellow face with closed eyes, furrowed eyebrows, broad frown, and two puffs of steam blowing out of his nose. Its nose, sorry, didn't mean to assume. As if in a huff or fuming. May convey various negative emotions, including irritation, anger, and contempt. May also convey feelings of pride, dominance, and empowerment.
Can't be both. It has to be one or the other.
Oh, this one should be good. We can end with this one. Confounded face. What do you
That's
think
good.
What do you think that one means?
Confused, anger.
A yellow face with scrunched X-shaped eyes and a crumpled mouth, as if quivering in frustration or holding back tears, may be used to represent being overcome with various emotions, including irritation, frustration, disgust, and sadness, as if to the point of defeat.
Defeat. Ooh. I'm not that guy.
Okay, how about we do two more?
Two more.
Two more. Well, next one, you can do the next one in line.
You're
good. You're good
way
at this one.
no way I can do that one.
The one with like it's yellow and blue?
Yellow and blue.
You can do that. You do it all the time. Well, it's just hands on cheeks. I like the sound effect too. What do you think that one means?
Surprise? Shock?
Yeah. Face screaming in fear. A yellow face screaming in fear depicted by wide eyes, a long open mouth, hands pressed on cheeks, and a pale blue forehead, as if it has lost its color. Its expression evokes Edvard Munch's iconic painting, The Scream. While intended to represent horror and fright, it commonly conveys such feelings as shock, awe, disbelief, and intense excitement as a screaming fan. It's for the Swifties.
The Swifties.
Okay, last one.
Ooh, I can't do that one because that one's.
We can do it.
How would you do it? I don't know.
People holding hands. Oh, was that the last one?
No, there's one before that.
Oh,
No.
well, I was doing people holding hands. What do you think that means? Oh, did I?
You sent me these two as well.
I just figured you didn't want to do all of them. No, the very last one.
Oh, okay. The very last one. Yeah. People holding hands.
Yeah,
Got that.
What do you think that means?
I don't know. I want to hear what you think of this, and then
well, that was just like friendship.
I'll call it shrinks.
It could have been a relationship, but
Yeah.
two people holding hands, most likely due to being in a relationship.
No, that ain't the case, folks.
No gender is specified for these two people, meaning they are likely to be shown with a gender-inclusive design. People holding hands emoji.
No.
Hmm.
No.
All right, well,
Okay.
thanks.
Well, thanks for playing along here. It's kind of fun.
That was emojis with John. Guess
Don't
that emoji.
Don't ask me about emojis again, please.
We'll have to use this clip for the beginning of it. John, it's time for Guess That Emoji.
Yes, that emoji. That's funny.
Well, you were good at that.
Yep.
Are you an emoji guy?
You know, I have maybe 2 or 3 of them that I use. That
What are your go-tos?
Refer to. You know, thumbs up is always a.
I get that one a lot.
Yeah, you do get that one a lot.
It expresses so much in such little
It does,
effort.
and you don't have to say much. You know, you don't have to go into detail.
Any others?
That's the main one for me. What about you?
I feel like you send the monkeys with the eyes covered.
I do. When when hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil.
Yeah, I don't get too many from you.
So I guess no. To answer your question, then I probably don't send out a lot of emojis.
I'm not a big emoji. Oh, you sent me what you do. You have the keyboard that you type a word and it'll suggest an emoji. Because I sent you a picture of like the Big 12 basketball game. You said, "Hope you're having fun," and it was the smile face with stars for eyes.
You know what? I do have an old phone that I bought used.
See, there's one from John. Thumbs up emoji.
Yeah, a good old thumbs up emoji. Says so much.
Well, my go-to is the cringe face.
Are you always cringing?
I think it's because it's like when I ask someone for something, or like Janelle, like, "Hey, sorry, I forgot to buy that at the store," and then I'll send her one of those. She's like, "Oh shoot."
So, well, that's not a. I'll have to find that one. I'll have to look at that one because it might be a good one for lovely Mrs. Ryan.
It's kind of the people pleaser emoji. It's like, I don't want to get involved in this drama, but like, Janelle sends me some tea about whatever, and I'll just reply with, and then she'll be like, "Yeah, that's my response."
Okay,
it's a good one. It encompasses a lot of things. I wonder if I can find out what it means. It is.
Shall we wrap it up?
Well, yeah, I gotta finish my thought.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Cut me off.
Well, I thought there was an ending there somewhere, but
okay. It is grimacing face.
Grimacing face.
A yellow face with a simple open eye showing clenched teeth may represent a range of negative or tense emotions, especially nervousness, embarrassment, or awkwardness. Eek.
That's the one you use all the time?
Yeah,
Ooh.
that guy.
Yeah, you need, okay.
Yeah,
You don't think medication would help on that?
Well, yeah, probably some Xanax.
Okay, all right.
It's my nervousness is speaking.
Mm-hmm.
I gotta talk during our team meeting at work. Nervousness.
You get real nervous talking in front of people?
I've gotten over it. I had to talk during a partner meeting at work today, and thankfully it was first thing in the morning, but I was nervous because I was running on 4 hours of sleep thanks to Otis, and my words were all running together.
It sounded like a 3-year-old, you know.
I was on video, and
Sounded like Bennett.
yeah. 2. Big boy. I was a little nervous, but I've gotten to the point now where I feel like, not that I've gotten good at like BSing, but when I kind of get put on the spot, I feel like I'm better now at just like prepare all that I could. Now it's up to you, God.
Yep.
It's in God's hands now.
I never did get really nervous about speaking in front of crowds or a lot of people.
Did you do a lot of that when you were working?
Yeah, when I was working years and years and years ago, there one company that I worked for that required that you get up and give demonstrations and presentations in front of people of like 500 people at a time. And I do have to say,
at a time?
At a time. And I do have to say that was kind of nerve-wracking.
What facility did you even do that in? Like, were you in an auditorium?
Yeah, it was. It would be like at a yearly company meeting.
And they all pointed at you, and
well, they kind of snickered and giggled.
Did you do that?
And then I did the 3 monkey emoji. So
can we end with one thing I forgot to do?
What's that?
Let's each do one card.
One card? Okay. We'll do more of these next week. How's that?
Sure.
What is this? Pick a card or what?
Well, I got to end with a good one. What?
Keep digging down, get digging deeper. I'm just going to pull the first one, whatever it is.
Okay. Oh. John, what is Bumble?
Bumble?
Mm-hmm. It's on brand with our conversation earlier.
Some website, isn't it?
It is.
What do they do? Like,
it's a dating app.
It is a dating
but
app.
But why is this one different?
Probably maybe specific in ethnicity.
What ethnicity do you think is using Bumble?
I don't know.
Just bees.
European, Asian, maybe. Indian.
I'm not going to go. Okay. No, it is a dating app where women are in the driver's seat when it comes to starting a conversation. Sorry, dudes.
Oh.
So on Bumble, the girls will be the one to like start. On other apps, anyone can start. Like Janelle reached out to me actually because I didn't see her first. But other apps, like the guys will kind of be the ones to start the conversation. But on Bumble, it's the girls feel safer because there's not all these weird dudes reaching out to them.
I see.
I just realized I'm not wearing my wedding ring. We're all good, people.
Yeah, okay.
I work from home today, and I usually just wear my ring when I go out.
Must be cracks in this deal.
It's because I sold all of her dolls.
What?
They're upstairs.
Oh, they're still there?
They're in a box.
All right. That was
Let us go.
Are they still talking to you? Are they turning their heads and eyes? And
yeah. Okay, what's your question?
My question is, what famous car did Benjamin Broderick drive in The Graduate?
Convertible. It's going to be a Carmen Ghia.
No.
A Mazda.
No.
A Porsche.
No.
Minivan.
No.
Can I get a hint?
It was red.
Okay, that's what I figured. A beetle.
That's a hint.
A bug.
No.
Next hint.
It's an Italian.
Oh, a what is it called? A Ralph Ra- Ferrari?
No,
What's the next hint?
that's it. That's all the hints you get. 5 is enough
a-
hints.
Alfa Romeo? Is that what it's
Alfa
called?
Romeo.
That's what I was trying to think of.
There you go. Alfa Romeo.
Alfa Romeo?
Alfa Romeo. Spider is what it was. Good guess,
Nice.
David.
Thank
Good
you.
guess.
Thank you.
Yeah. You nailed it.
Just for that, we have to do our last emoji. Friendship. Not a relationship.
Not a relationship.
Cool. Well, thanks for joining on episode 30, John.
Well, thank you. We need to say hi to a number of different people.
We don't need to do the sponsor thing.
We do need to do a
No,
sponsor.
just-
We need to do a sponsor saying we need Taylor Atkinson Photography. Okay. Number 1. Number 2 is
We're still waiting on the CHD Wood Designers check to come through.
CHD Wood Design. They said it was in the mail.
Does Chris even listen to the podcast?
Probably not.
I've never even gotten feedback. So
Well, we need feedback from Mr. Chris Dowdy on this. We keep plugging his business, and hopefully we need to start getting some sort of residual for this or something like
shout
that.
out to Kim Atkinson's trading card.
Trading card company that she has
Yeah.
something, you know. And also, I need to do a shout out for my newest employer, Casey Auto Museum, located in Olathe, Kansas. If you're out about, stop by and see them. They're on 116th Street.
I don't think they're allowed to sponsor. I mean, I think
They're not a sponsor.
it's a conflict of interest, but if they found out that you had a podcast, they'd probably revoke your employment.
No, actually, I've got the clearance on this prior to even
Clearance on what?
on me mentioning them
You told them
in our podcast.
Hey,
And they said, sure, they'd be more than happy to.
did they ask how many listeners we have or anything?
I didn't give them the stats.
Okay.
No stats.
All right. Well, he says it's time to wrap up.
Yep, man. Otis just came down and said, this is a wrap, folks.
All right. Thanks, Otis. Appreciate you being security. He's upset because it's wet outside and he doesn't want to be outside.
He
today.
doesn't?
No.
Well, he'll get over it.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks, John. Another milestone episode.
That's right, number 30. Thank you.
Big 3-0.
Thanks for doing all the stuff you do on this thing.
Thanks for doing all the stuff
The
that you do.
silliness that we put together is
Thanks for bringing an article for once to talk about.
an article.
An article. I was editing a clip last couple episodes ago where you said you brought an article. Or I said, you brought an article. You said, no, I did not. It's not an article. I said, what is it? Well, I don't know. And then you said, this article says, I said, oh, it was an article.
Okay, I don't know all the technical terms.
It's a
You got all that.
doodad.
Yeah, it's a doodad.
Cool.
Or whatchamacallit.
Well, glasses are away.
Glasses are away. It's time to go eat.
All right. Have a good week, John.
Thanks, bud. Talk to you later.
Adios.
But